Thank you, Phyllis. Beautiful. My name is Dan, and I will be your service leader today. Welcome to Unity of Bloomington. At Unity, we practice practical spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. We are a center for spiritual growth, and we provide inspiration, tools, and practices that support people on their path of spiritual growth. So please stand and join me in affirming our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. This power expresses life, love, wisdom, and abundance through me. In it, I live and move and have my being.
I am a powerful, creative, spiritual being. I am a powerful, creative, spiritual being.
Because you read what you sow, you meet what you know, and you see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. Because you reap what you sow, you meet what you know, and you see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Don't tell me that your life is a desert. Somebody gotta quench your thirst. You can dance, you can pray for the water, but you better get your head straight first. You've got to be the light if you want to see the light. light. Because you reap what you sow, you reap what you know, and you see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. Because you reap what you sow, you meet what you know, and you see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you, music team. One of the tools we at Unity use in affirming our 5 basic principles, and it's a tool that we use all the time. So I will state the principle and invite you to respond with the affirmation. God is absolute good, everywhere present. God is. We have a spark of divinity within us, the Christ Spirit within. Our very essence is of God, and therefore, we are also inherently good.
I am.
We create our experience of life by the activity of our thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought.
I create.
Prayer is creative thinking that heightens the connection with God mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, wholeness, prosperity, and everything good.
I pray.
Through thought, words, and action, we live the truth we know.
I live.
I now invite Ginger Curry up for a moment with the children.
Thank you so much, Dan. Good morning. I wish I could actually see you, but I can imagine you in my mind. And that's what we are talking about this month, is imagination. I was surfing around on the internet. That's a very interesting phrase, surfing the internet. Maybe we should explore that one day. What does it mean to surf the internet? I was riding the waves of the internet, and I came across a young person asking another person how they should feel about how their life is unfolding. And I think the question kind of was like, should I be worried that I don't have any desire to be the best in my class or the best at sports or the best at art? That's not kind of what pulls me. And the answer that this very wise person said was to imagine that we're like flowers. There are a variety of flowers in the world. There are flowers that reach to the sky. There are flowers that crawl and creep out. And there are flowers that dig deep into the ground. So I wanted to take a moment and to really explore that, because sometimes we judge ourselves and how we're doing at each moment because of what we think other people might be thinking about us. So I first wanted to look at this, the flowers that reach to the sky. And Seb, if you'd put that up there, I put a picture of a sunflower. Because we can imagine ourselves as a sunflower reaching to the sky, always thriving and striving to grow taller and taller so that we might touch the sun. Or we could imagine that we are like this next slide. Maybe we are a flower that creeps and spreads, that we don't have any desire to grow taller, that our joy is spreading ourselves so that we can experience a variety of things in this world. Or maybe we're like a peony which grows its roots very deep so that it is long lasting, so that it truly knows itself. So I like to think of, that first vision that we had of the sunflower that grows to the sky. Those are those kind of type A personality people that really want to know their stuff. They are detail oriented, and they love to get the highest grade in their class. They love to win the race. They love to thrive and win achievements. But we're not all wired that way. And it's okay if you have no desire to win the race all the time. Maybe you're like the flocks that I showed you earlier. They like to spread out. They're like the social butterflies of the flower world. They don't like to put down deep roots because they want to experience lots and lots of things. Or maybe you're the type of person that loves to be alone, that loves to really get to know yourself and to be with your own thoughts and to think deep things, like the peony. Every type of those flowers, and that's not the only types there are, but that was the only types that I could think of right now. Every type of flower is vital to the variety that we experience in the universe. Just like every type of you, every individualized, beautiful child of God that we have out there is important to the variety that we experience as humans in this world. And so when you're thinking about the type of person that you are in this moment, because it might change. One year you might be a sunflower, and the next year you might kind of want to be a phlox. And then the next year you might go, this is my peony time. This is my time to dig deep. These are ways of being that can change throughout your time. We can use our imagination to play it out. How am I expressing right now? How does reaching towards the sky make me feel? How does spreading out make me feel? And do I want to live into that right now? So I want to encourage you to, when you're feeling inadequate or you're feeling like you're not doing something right, really think about that. Is it maybe that you're doing something a different way, but yet it still works? That's what Miss Phyllis told me today. I asked her if I was singing a rhythm right, and she said, well, you're not singing the rhythm that's written on the page, but what you're doing works. So just know what you're doing, it works. So let's let our spirit shine brightly as we sing you this song.
Let your spirit shine, 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 shine. Let your spirit shine, 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 shine. Let your spirit shine, 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 shine. Children of the world, let your spirit shine. Children of the world, let your spirit shine. Children of the world, let your spirit shine. Thank you, Ginger. That was very colorful and flowerful. In 2021, Unity's annual theme is how to stay centered no matter what. And each month we explore a role that one of the 12 powers plays in staying centered and achieving inner peace, no matter what is occurring around us. And this month we're exploring the power of imagination. Our imagination is a wondrous gift and an energizing power. We can look beyond what is and imagine what can be. The creative power of spirit aligned with truth opens infinite possibilities. Imagination is our capacity to hold these possibilities and develop them until we feel their effects, even before they manifest. It starts. Now, we live into the idea of what can be, until it essentially becomes our reality. Imagination is our primary power because it is necessary for the cultivation of all our magnificent spiritual capacities. We release thoughts of what we cannot be or do and create a vision of perfection, wholeness, and satisfaction in all areas of our lives. We paint a vivid picture of the world we desire and align our thoughts, habits, and actions with this captivating reality. We enjoy our creative vision to imagine good for all, for we are one with God and one with all people. Our imagination is a powerful force for change and renewal, hope and inspiration. We harness the energy of imagination and to bring forth good for ourselves and for our community, our family, and our world. So please join me in claiming this truth as our own. Together, my imagination brings possibilities to life. I love that. We have a couple of announcements. One, today after the service, we do have our virtual Unity Cafe. So grab a cup of coffee or tea or your favorite beverage and join your online, your friends, Unity friends online. And you can join the Zoom meeting after the service from our Facebook group under announcements, or you can go to the unityofbloomington.org website and scroll down until you see the link. And then you can get connected. I think there's also a link in the comments of this video that you can also cut and paste into your browser, and that will get you connected to the virtual Unity Cafe. And so we invite you to come in and reconnect. Now, here's the exciting news. Beginning on Father's Day, and that's next week, Sunday, June 20th, our building will be open again. And you're welcome to join us in person for this next phase of our evolution. And we're going to move into a hybrid system where we will have a congregation, yay, and we'll also be live streaming. So this is the first time we're going to be doing this, and so there may be some hiccups or things like that, so please be patient with us as we kind of figure all of this out. Now, also something that you should know is that when people are coming in and you're invited, we are going to follow CDC guidelines, and we ask that anybody who's unvaccinated that please wear a mask, and also social distance. If you're fully vaccinated, please come in and wear a mask or not wear a mask. But we just ask you all to be thoughtful and careful and loving with each other as you come in, knowing that, people have different levels of immunity to this, and we want to keep everybody safe and healthy. Also, for the children's, we're not going to start the children's programs right away, other than our children's moment. So if you come and you're bringing your children, please bring them, but they'll just be sitting with you in the congregation, except for that children's moment. But we will then later get the youth programs ramped up again a little bit later, hopefully this summer, and we look forward to having a big grand opening also sometime later this month, and all of that will be made aware to everybody well in advance as we go along. But I can't wait to see so many of you in person next Sunday for Father's Day here in our chapel, and so I really look forward to that. Also, on June 27th, Kim Ballou is going to be back, and she is amazing. She is a conscious rapper, singer, songwriter, spoken word artist, inspirational speaker, workshop leader, and a musician who uses her own life experiences and journey and transformation to bring hope to others. She's actually incredibly inspiring. She writes, "There's no greater healing power for me than sharing myself completely with others through words and song. It is my goal to create a connection for others and be a light for the path of others to climb out of their dark place. Music is a universal language that I believe has the power to create change." And Kim will be here in person to share a message in these and words and music on Sunday, June 27th. So I really am looking forward to having her back in with Unity. She is an amazing woman. So, daily word. The word for today is world peace. And the affirmation is, peace shared between people spreads throughout the world. And from the daily word, I contribute to world peace when I join in spirit with all people who dedicate themselves to expressing divine love, united in the belief that God is within everyone. I affirm the divinity of humankind and honor each person as a unique expression of God. I recognize and release any unkind thoughts or feelings towards any person or group of people. I respect all others and seek to learn more about customs and beliefs that are unfamiliar to me as I grow in a spirit of kinship. I believe a warm, friendly attitude communicates my intentions as effectively as my words. I smile easily and extend myself to others in a spirit of friendship. I remain mindful that as peace flowers between individuals, peace grows in the world. And from Micah chapter 4, verse 3, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So let's join together in speaking this affirmation aloud. And together, peace shared between people spreads throughout the world. And now repeat it to yourself. Peace shared between people spreads throughout the world. I think it's a little like the flocks that Ginger was talking about. It grows. Our teaching today will be provided by the Spiritual Ministry Co-Coordinator, Ginger Curry, and our music team will now provide our musical inspiration.
It works when I work it. My joy is multiplied. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds.
I know that I am ready to receive the many blessings pouring down on me, loving and releasing that little voice of doubt that says that I'm not good enough and I must do without. 'Cause I know it works when I work it. My good comes pouring down. It works
joy is multiplied. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds. We have to have a dream before a dream comes true. If I trust my heart to lead, then love comes pouring through. Like an old friend of mine, my good will know my face. I'm making room for miracles and saving room for grace. 'Cause I know it works when I work it. My good comes pouring through. It works when I work it. These principles of truth. It works when I work it. My good is multiplied. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives, and every seeker finds.
It works when we work it. That's the truth. Thank you, Seb and Andy, for running our technical aspect of today. We're so appreciative. And thank you for our virtual greeters who are at home virtually greeting everyone. As Dan said earlier, we are discussing imagination this month. And I think I've said this almost every time that I have spoken in the past year and a half, but I'm so grateful of the themes that we have been exploring because I have found them so helpful in navigating my everyday life and how we have shifted and changed throughout this past year. One of the books that I use as a resource for this exploration of the 12 powers is Adventures in Resilience. And I feel like that's what we have been this year. We have been resilient. And this is a book by Sharon Connors. The other book that I love when talking about the 12 powers is Divine Audacity by Linda Martella Whitsett. This is my number one go-to on the 12 powers. And then, of course, everything is based in the Paul Hesselbeck's Heart-Centered Metaphysics, which is a textbook at Unity Village when you start studying metaphysics. So these are the books that I've kind of been exploring as I decide on what I'd like to share with you today when I have the opportunity to speak. First, I wanted to revisit a quote that I shared with you earlier this year, and this is by an astronaut named Mae Jemison, and she writes, "Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination." So, astronaut Mae Jemison, thank you for that quote. And speaking of imagination, this week, actually on Thursday, Norm and Cricket Hoos, who are part of our community, began what they call their annual Decycles bicycle trip. And so, talk about imagination. Can you imagine yourself riding a bicycle for 1,500 miles in 3 weeks? I know from experience that you can do it. Because if I can do it, you can do it, trust me. And so that's just, we want to make sure that we add them to our prayer list, that we're keeping them in our thoughts and prayers as they explore the United States on their bicycles. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I wanted to share a Charles Fillmore quote from the book Christian Healing. He says that man has latent love. As I went to Divine Audacity, I go there when I really want some concrete concepts, definitions. So Linda Martellett writes in Divine Audacity that under imagination, it is the power truly dig into this power of imagination. We need to take that step beyond daydreaming and step into manifesting. Because that's where the power really gets its oomph, is when we can take something from our imagination, develop it into a concept, see the vision of it, and then bring it forth into this physical world, manifesting what our imagination has brought to us. So another Charles Fillmore quote from Christian Healing goes, to allow the imagination to but to breathe into them life and bring them forth into this physical world. In the Adventures in Resilience book, Sharon Connor shares, your imagination in concert faith that allows us to bring forth this vision into the physical world. Many of you will relate to me. Some of you might not relate to me yet, but trust me, when you step into your 50s, you're going to remember me telling you this. You might notice my headband is my what I call cheater glasses. This helps me see things right in front of me. And it is said that Benjamin Franklin, he had problems seeing far away. And so when he needed to see far away, he would put on his glasses. Today I'm wearing my contacts, so I don't have to put on any glasses. But then when he was reading something, he'd have to take off his far away glasses and put on his reading glasses. And he says, boy, I am really tired of going from one set of glasses to the other. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could have both options in one set of glasses? And so the bifocal was created, where that with one pair of glasses, he could look straight forward and he could see far away, and then when he looked down, he could see the written word. This is how our imagination works. It starts with a concept and then a vision of how it might happen, and then we bring it forth into reality. Sharon Connors also writes, "This is the power of imagination." See my heart's desire. Feel it. Pray it. And then seek the guidance while trusting that it's all working out for my highest good. She goes on to write, to catch God's vision for our lives, we need divinize. How do I divinize something? Making it divine. So we need to divinize our imaginations by refusing to allow fear, self-limiting thoughts, or painful memories be the films we project on the screen of our minds. What are the films that I have going through my mind? Am I using my imagination to feed my anxiety, to feed my fear, to feed my insecurity? Is that what's playing through my mind? Or am I using my imagination to release fear, to release any self-limiting thoughts, to release and forgive and to heal any pains that I might have experienced in my life? One of the things that we talked about earlier in this year is all of these 12 powers, these divine capacities, these spiritual possibilities in the mind of God are neutral ideas. They are not positive ideas or negative ideas. However, when you and I reach for these divine ideas and bring them forth into this physical world, that's where an opportunity lies for things to go awry. I am a master at using my imagination to feed some fears and anxieties. And that is one of the things that I work on. That's my practice. That whenever something pops into my mind, and you know what it feels like, and you know what it looks like, if it's a fear or if it's an anxiety, that is you and I using our imagination in a negative way, in a way that isn't helpful. So we have the opportunity in that moment to choose to use our imagination for a benefit to our lives. Sharon also writes, what would it be like for you to We each have unique abilities, and our imagination allows us to play that crucial role into bringing our gifts and talents into the world. She also writes, this is the power of imagination. to even start feeling the effects of it before it has even made its way into this physical world. I always like Linda Martella Whitsitt. She talks about, instead of calling them spiritual power, she uses the word capacity, meaning that we all have this possibility. We all have this capacity to bring forth these ideas into expression, and it's up to us to choose to do that. So, holding the ideas and developing it brings up some questions. What skills do I cultivate to bring this into expression? What habits do I nurture to bring this into expression? And what beliefs do I need to release to bring this into expression? If we have this imagination, this vision of living a healthy and productive life, of just expressing health, what skill might I need to cultivate? Maybe it's the skill of cooking. Maybe it's the skill of growing a vegetable garden. What habit do I need to nurture? The habit is moving my body. And what limiting belief do I need to release? That I inherit sickness, that it's just the way life is. So with each idea that you want to bring into expression, each thing you want to bring into the world, ask yourselves, what skills do I need to cultivate? What habits do I need to nurture? And what limiting belief might I need to release? And then she says, live into that idea, to act as if. What does a healthy person do in the morning when they wake up? Personally, I'm not sure yet. I'll share it with you when I feel like I'm expressing and living into that reality. What does a creative person do when they first get up in the morning? If I want to allow this vision of a problem solver, I'm a problem solver. What does a problem solver do when they encounter a problem? Live into that and see what ideas pop into your mind. I want to offer some affirmations now. Some of these affirmations you might not feel comfortable saying them yet, and that's okay. But I would like to encourage you to practice them. Practice them. As you practice them, they will become easier and easier. So if you haven't already, you might get pen and paper if one of these ideas speaks to you. I am the architect of my life. poem by Langston Hughes. I invite you to even read. These affirmations take this inspiration in and allow them to inform the decisions that you make every day. And now we will prepare for meditation by reminding ourselves that our thoughts are prayers and that we are constantly praying.
And we are grateful for the many ways that this center supports us in our spiritual growth. And we, in turn, are happy to support this center with our financial contributions and our voluntary service. We are also grateful for those of you who have already put into place automatic weekly, monthly, and quarterly giving. Thank you. Today, if you feel led to give, visit our website at unityofbloomington.com. You to join me in saying our closing prayer. Together, as the